Hello everyone, we're back again. Better than ever. I say that every time. I might even start believing it every time we come here. We're better than ever. Man, I'm glad I checked my stream alert thingy-me-bobby what's-it. Because it turns out I misspelled funny, which ironically is funny. Alright. Do 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 do. Okay, we gotta go here now. Do 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 do. Alright, so recap of last time. We did darn good things. Last time we drew this fella, who's totally not an Australian black swan, who's had a horrible growth spurt. So we've done G. G is for Gallimimus. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I... Okay, so we are on H. So, I have plans for this. We've got the list, we've got the directory of the things that start with H, and this guy, to start off with, I think, actually, I think Heterodontosaurus and Herrerasaurus would be quite good, I think. But Heterodontosaurus, because this is a funny little dude. This is a funny fella because its teeth are funny. So let me go show you the teeths. What's a good photo of the teeths? That's a pretty good photo. Like, not a photo. This is a reconstruction of the little guy. Obviously, not a photo. Photos did not exist. But yeah, unlike pretty much every other dinosaur, this little guy had tusks, essentially like a muntjac deer. So yeah. We're gonna make a feisty little fella, I think. That'll be good. Hello, driver! Still saying Planescape, by the way. Wait, what? Oh, gods, you're right. Gods. I totally didn't stay up late last night playing video games. Jeekins Christmas. What a funky guy. I agree. So, we're gonna be drawing Heterodontosaurus because that's a good idea, and I like it. That was the wrong button. Uh-oh. It's gonna be one of those art streams. I had a late Saturday night, and it's gonna be rough. Alright, how loud is the music, by the way? It's not too loud, is it? Nope. I think we're good. Alright, we got our gray background. And what's gonna be interesting about this little guy is that he's gonna have, like, quills, so to speak, rather than feathers, so that'll be fun. Right, so let's go here. Whoop. No, I managed to hit the wrong button again. Okay. Double shot of coffee, please work faster. Reference. Reference. And this is a dinosaur. We are absolutely going to have to draw it with its mouth open, because that's important. Size comparison. There we go. Okay. What do we want to do first? Wikipedia, I need you. I need your body. Alright, so we've got a skeleton. Perfect. So, skeleton. Actually quite a nice skeleton. Look at this. Look at this skeleton. I might very well do this exact pose. And then where's the size comparison? Who done did the silhouette by James A? Okay. Copy image. I do like how you can just copy images. See, this is a very little guy. This guy is so little that I'm just you know what I'm gonna do? I'm literally gonna put the size reference like here for later. Actually, yeah, let's do that. And I'm going to get rid of that. Alright, and since this thing... Alright, so I was reading about this little guy on the Wikipedia, and the consensus seems to be this was like a basal ornithischian. So the line of dinosaurs that led to things like Triceratops and Hadrosaurs and stuff like that. And this guy was likely omnivorous, favoring plant material, but occasionally having a little meaty snack. Hello, I'm Ashi. Let's go indeed. So, wait a minute. Where'd it go? Where'd you go? So, apparently it's been directly compared to, like, a peccary in terms of habit. So, I think, like, I like the idea of ornithischians, like, being a lot like pigs in a lot of ways. And, let's see. Okay, diet, task function, yeah, alright, so I'm gonna go with, I have not read all this thing, unfortunately, so hopefully I don't get this wrong. Alright, I do need to read about Palean environment. Alright, so, early Jurassic, okay, lightly built, Dinosaurus, oh, interesting. Okay. Alright, a whole bunch of them, and it's kind of... Alright, so tough plant material, and it was kind of dry. Karoo supergroup. Right, so kind of dry, alright. Stratigraphy is geological origin. Rift Valley, 8 kilometers. Wow, that's like really. Okay then. So basically dry, but it had kind of like a hell of a big delta. Okay, wow, that was all right. That was even bigger than I thought it was, and a lot older than I thought it was. So we're gonna go with like a peccary type of thing. Alright, so let's find reference. We actually can have... I want to look at both muntjac deer and peccary. So, peccary. Alright, so here is our peccary. Alright, so let's go here. Let's have a peccary. Very small peccary. I think peccaries are not very big to begin with. So let's do this. Shrink this a little bit. For reference, peccaries are not actually pigs, but they are related to pigs. They're in the same neighborhood as pigs. Thank you, I'm Ashi. Oh yeah. I'm high-fiving the sky! High-five me, sky! Okay, so we got our peccary right there. And I also want to go find a muntjac deer, because that'll be funny. Muntjac deer. Oh, these are nasty little guys. I like them. Wow, this is a weird critter. No idea how weird this critter was. This one... Oh, I gotta show you this. This one appears to have an ear growing out of its face. I'm not sure that's normal. Pretty sure that's not normal. In fact, now I'm curious. Hold on, just gonna read there for a second. Want an actual good reference photo, though. Wait, no, that's meant to be there. What the hell? Alright, this is a good reference. There we go. Okay, it's locked behind a paywall. Thanks. Thank you, internet. Okay. Must assemble all this. Probably muntjac deer is like the right ecological niche, I think. That looks very not normal, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Apparently muntjac deer have like facial flaps that they use for like communication, I guess? I don't know. Alright, now I'm really curious. Now I'm so damn curious. Right, so muntjac deer. Description, glands. Facial glands, exposed canine tooth. Muntjac deer facial glands. Muntjac deer face glands. What the hell am I looking at? Yeah, it's like, wow, those... yeah, right. Bloody Nora. Wow, those... the thing just has straight up, like, holes in its face. That over there in front of the eyes can just open way the hell up, apparently. Ew. Ew. Yep, there's that one before. Ew. Weird. Weird, uncool, don't like... That's one big gland. It just goes like... Alright, so now... Heterodontosaurus, and we do need to draw it with its mouth open so that people get the heterodont. Right, so... so slightly over half of the body is tail, so we should probably start drawing now. Deacons, hell, what a little guy. What a little guy. So, let's go like here. That's half. It's got a little mouth like, yeah. And I goofed that up. Alright, what color do we want? Let's start with this. And once again, tail's always longer than you think. So let's do this. That's better. And don't mind this right here. Alright, let's see here. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy, there we go. Oopsie boopsie. Could even make this a little bit shorter. We need to do this a bit. I actually quite like that. Yep. The neck, it fooled me. The neck, it fooled me. We need to make this a silly little guy. A silly little guy. Why sweet many small sweat when one big do trick? Rawr. Hello, 1999. Welcome, welcome. We are drawing a silly little guy. We're drawing, well, a weird little guy. In fact, not silly. Like, if this thing, I'm really starting to think of this thing as like an early Jurassic equivalent of like the muntjac deer. Certainly big enough to be like that. Or kind of, sort of. Not really. Did the thing have a beak? Hold on, let's... beak? Alright, so it had a beak and tusks. That's pretty unique as far as animals go. Alright, so let's go here. Gonna make the tail very slightly longer. Now I want this thing to look like it's been startled. You've startled it. There we go. Never knew much about Heterodontosaurus, but I guess the hint is in the name as for what it is. That's probably long enough. I'm gonna make this a bristly fella. I'm gonna make this a bristly fella. And I'm not gonna do the thing. And I want this thing to be kind of like, eh. Okay, let's just do this, like so. So we get the legs right. It's going rawr! Rawr, rawr, rawr. Rawr, rawr, fight the power. Wait, wasn't there something I learned the other day where you can make the brush bigger or smaller somehow? Am I misremembering that? I might be misremembering that. Thighs not chunky enough. Always make the thighs chunky. There we go. Nice chunky leg. Hey yo, hope you're fine. I'm in bed with a nasty flu. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And by nice, I mean not nice. I'm not sure why I said nice. Yeah, the thing does have nice big feet. Intriguing. Okay then. Now, how did I stuff up this leg? I think I've accidentally made this thing look kind of plantigrade, which is not the idea. Not the idea at all. I've also made one calf chunkier than the other, which is not the idea at all either. Always got to chunk the thighs. Alright, and it's got little arms. And by little arms, I mean kind of big arms. Okay then. Is that a pronating hand? No, it isn't. Could its arms pronate? Yo, bro. It's painting so hello, Willie the Millie. Just SYBAU. What does that mean exactly? Welcome to the stream. I don't understand you. Okay. Nah, bro, I'm kidding. What? Totally off topic, I know, but have you ever tried to build a bipedal walker for the FTD land campaign? Yes, it's done. Bro, you are really nice. Thank you. Okay, let's, what were we doing? That, whatever the upper arm bone is called, I've forgotten what it is. That is short, but then the other bit is long. Therefore, we must do it short and long. Just gonna give you a little that. Well, it doesn't look right. Do 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 do. Little hands. Yeah, that looks right. That looks right. That looks correct. Gonna go over here. Give me other color again. What is your favorite dinosaur? I have two, and I'm looking forward to both of them start with S, I just realized. Spinosaurus, because big, weird, controversial, and Sinosauropteryx, because it's very cute. And we know what color it was, and it had a stripy tail like a ring-necked lemur. Very cute indeed. Of course, they're all interesting. Teach us your methods and say, hello, B3 Big X B3. The method is... This is probably because of I'm using GIMP. But I don't outline stuff. I just kind of sculpt with color. Hello, Drinkfire. Welcome, welcome. Shoobity-doobity-doobity-boo. What fingers? What do fingers do? Look at this guy has a whole 5 fingers. We're gonna have to move that reference down so I can actually see the fingies. Let me see your fingies, dead dinosaur. Let me see them. Hooray! What is GIMP? GIMP is the GNU image manipulation program. It is a free image editing and I guess digital drawing software. It's mostly probably for image editing. It's... I don't know. I get the sense it gets a bad rap because it's not beginner friendly. I wouldn't know. It's the first one I've used after I decided MS Paint wasn't cutting it anymore. So I think it's alright. I've tried Krita as well. Couldn't get the hang of that one. After about 5 minutes I was like, I can't even with my brain. So yeah, this is what we're using. If for nothing else, it is cheaper than Photoshop because it is free. And that is by far its best feature. And a little fingy, and then even littler fingy. Thank you, Aimashi. What dinosaur are you drawing? We're drawing a weird little dude. Fingers, how do they do? They do well. Drawing them, on the other hand. I did a little logo game after figuring out how to fill selections actually was usable. Yep. Shift B is your friend. Alright, let me show you what we're drawing. Where did this go? We're drawing this fella, Heterodontosaurus. So, over here on the Wikipedia. We're drawing this because this is for a book. This is for like a children's book. For children aged 5 to 150. And this is a weird one, so I like to include some of the weird dinosaurs. And this guy was weird because the teeth were weird. So, most dinosaurs did not have heterodont teeth. They just had, like, basically one kind. This guy had straight up tusks. Like a pig. Or like some kinds of deer. And that's delightfully weird. That's why we're drawing it. Also, we're drawing this guy because little guy. Very, very little. So the size comparison is this. This guy was very small. That's chicken sized. So yeah. And most of it was tail. So yeah, little silly guy. Bro, I hope you have a nice day. Thank you. I hope you do too. Oh, damn it. I'm not in the age range. What? So you're younger than 5 and older than 100 or older than 150? Honestly, it's impressive you're on this live stream. Alright, fingies, fingies. Wait, what the hell did I do? Aha! I fooled myself. Completely. He's got little claws, too. That's one of the bits of evidence, apparently, that this little guy had, that this dude was, like, omnivorous, is because it had sharp little claws on it. Alright, I'm gonna need to reference, drop the opacity so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Claws. How big are those claws? They're actually substantial claws, jeez. Oh, I've undershot them. Need to thicken up thingies. Thicken up thingies. Small, small, small. Small, small, small. Okay. And reference, I need you. I'm just going to snatch whatever color is on the muntjac deer's hoof, which is basically... It's basically black, let's be honest. Or not, it's kind of a grayish. Oh no. I did that wrong, I did that wrong. Okay, good news is, that color pops up against the reference, so I can be like... More curvy claw, thank you. And the claws get smaller very quickly as it goes down the hand. So it's like two big claws that I could even make bigger now I think about it. Alright, so let's make them bigger. Big claws. This is a scratchy little fella, actually. Like a house cat, crossed with a pig. And a deer. I'm getting the vibe that this is a feisty little dude. Like a prey animal, definitely. Like, here's the thing. Those of you who don't know, deer of all kinds are bastards. Because they are on the grocery list of, like, a lot of other animals. And like prey animals, they tend to have a real, like... I don't know. They live because they're too spiteful to die. So yeah, I imagine this dinosaur was not different. It was like, especially since it's so little, it's like, meh, little gremlin-y thing. My girlfriend would love this guy. Horrible little gremlin dinosaur. Okay, let's do... This claw is the hardest claw to draw. That'll do. I think that's right. My reference is actually not great. Okay. That'll do. And the claws get considerably smaller over here. And they can jump like... Yeah, deer got hops. And you can especially tell when they have hops. Because, like when they run in front of your car, do a flying leap, like, right up so they get hit the windshield. I want to check something here. Let's do digits. Hand was long, first three fingers. Okay, gotcha. So that finger was vestigial. Hold on. Interesting. Alright, that is a funky hand. That is a funky hand. But we will do. It will do. It'll do, that'll do, pig. Alright. Right. There. Yeah, this hand doesn't look right. Gonna have to tidy that up a lot. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna do this. And then this. Then this. And this. Does that look right? That looks pretty good, honestly. Alright, now we go here. Whoop. Ugh, okay, yep, nope, I need to, need to fix this hand. This dinosaur has weird hands, but like, Not this weird. Okay, let's just scoot. I am literally gonna scoot some fingers forward. Maybe I should trust the process. No! No trusting the process. No trust. No trust, only thrust. Wait, what? Who said that? That's weird. Okay. Alright, I think we're succeeding. Are we succeeding? Possibly. Possibly succeeding. Success is possible. Improbable at times, but possible. Nasty little hooked claws. Nasty little hooked claws. Hooked claws, in fact. Careful of these claws, they'll hook ya. They'll hook you good. Okay then. Beautiful. We should probably save this. That would be a good idea. Okay, save as pictures. Gimp. And not placeholder, was it? ABC of Dinosaurs book. H is for Heterodontosaurus. Heterodontosaurus. Oh, man, I hope I spelled that right. Alright, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. There we go. Alright, so if anything, those hands are a bit small. Looking at that. Right, gonna need to make the hands bigger. Need to make hand bigger. Because the hand is actually the length of the lower jaw, which we've kind of done. I'm gonna make him a smidge bigger. Oops. And there. There we go. Nice big hands. Need to do the foots. Let me see here. The foots are just bog standard dinosaur foot. Long ass claws on them. Can only ever see. How narrow are the feet? The feet are pretty narrow. Defeats. The agony of defeat. I have known the agony of defeat. So when I beat my own ass drawing stripes on the Carnotaurus that one time. Yeah. How are we doing today, chat, by the way? I am feeling great after my double shot of coffee. I feel like I could punch the world in the face and have a distinct possibility of winning that fight, so... Who was in bed with the flu again? I think it was... That was 1990... Yep, that was 1999. Again, sorry to hear that. Flu sucks! Flu sucks. Flu sucks. I'm doing good. Great. Great, 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 great. Great, great, great. Great, 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 great. And there. Whoops. Too much. Too much. Really good, and I'm gonna be a lazy boy. Lazy, lazy boy, and copy this claw. That foot seems very skinny. Overdid it. Overdid it. Don't actually want the foot to be skeletal. That would be weird. Okay, that looks... How long are the claws there? Long, but not really longer than the claws on the hand, so I need to scale these back considerably. There we go. Those are quite curvy claws, actually. Damn it! Okay. Playing some new games, keep driving ghosts of myself, Neo Boldos. Ooh! Tell us about it! That seems fun. You did post a thing in the Patreon Discord about, what's it, Keep Driving? Looks to be a 2D side-facing racing game. I gotta confess, I never got the hang of, like, driving games. Like, literally never. I don't like... I can drive in real life. Thank you for the hydrate, Imashi. I can drive in real life just fine. I am not good at driving in video games, and I never have enjoyed it for some reason. Keep Driving is not really a driving game? Interesting. But it has driving in the name. You would think. You would think. But you'd be wrong. Then again, Skyrim has sky and rim in the name, and you're not really rimming the sky, are you? Was that disgusting? Was that too much? I think that might have been too much. Although rimming could mean anything. I'm not saying. It's up to you. Alright, that looks like the kind of claws we want. I do want this to be less flat, though. A little bit of padding, a little bit of padding there. Jolly good. That's 1 foot. What? It's more of a management turn-based combat game with some roguelike elements. And there's a bot! We found it! Banned. Oh boy. And what can we do here? I'm gonna be a lazy boy. I'm just gonna copy this foot. Oh no, don't tell me I did that. Yep, I did. I done did do that thing. Alright. Reference. Copy. And... hold on. Reference. Bollocks. Now I've done it. Okay. Jeez. Alright. Reference. Balls. Okay. Reference. Get out of here. You are no longer needed. I've straight up drawn toenails on ya. No! I drew toenails on me, reference. Frickin' toenails on me. I did that wrong. I could draw this again, but why would I do that? Why would I do that? Now my reference is messy. This is my fault. This is all my fault. Ah! Now I'm zooming too far. It's all gone wrong. Everyone panic. Panic. There we go, that should do. Give it a bit of tiny... Alright, everyone stop panicking right now. Everyone stop panicking. There we go. There we go, there we go. Not what I wanted. Yes, I will zoom in and do things 1 pixel at a time. I'm crazy! Okay, save the game. Not game, what the hell am I talking about? Alright, we're going to take this, we're going to copy it, and we're going to go over there, and we're going to do stretchy, squishy things with it. When you don't want to draw feet, but the internet demands it of you. That looks bent, okay. So we'll go there, and we'll do some of that. Nope, nope, that looks wrong. Squish, there we go. What the hell was the shortcut to make the brush bigger or smaller? There was one, but I've forgotten what it is. That is going to be bugging me, actually, so hang on. Wow, we've been going for 40 minutes. Also reported, thank you, but yeah, really do enjoy Keep Driving, such a vibe. Nice! Right, GIMP, brush, size, shortcut. Oh, it's the brackets. Alt right click, hold on. So Alt. Nope. Brackets, 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 brackets. Yay, there we go. It's the square brackets. I figured it out. Thank you, Google. Thank you, Reddit. Okay. So we've gotten little nails on this guy. This looks weird. This looks weird. This looks weird, I just realized. So, we're going to de-weird this. Watch, we're going to de-weird this. So this is too long, we're going to stuff it over there. And then we're going to... Whoops. Don't take too much of the calf off. That would be bad. That would be bad. Alright, how does that look? That looks okay. It does look a little... It does look turned, which is interesting. Okay, I've been putting off the face too long. Putting off the face far too long. Huh. Alright, this guy had little teeths. So we need to have little teeths. I'm going to start off by blocking in the mouth. The open bit. So beak looks like so. We're gonna go there. That is beak. We have beak. We also have beak. And mouth open like so. Because it's kind of doing like Rah! It's screaming at you because you just surprised it. It's like ah! Its mouth is a black void. Okay then, there's our mouth. We need to... What do we need to do? We need to flatten this a little bit. This dude had a flat head. Flat head. The hell was I doing? Alright, let's go there. Control V. Okay, let's go here, 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 here. Meow. Meow. Meow, meow. Yay. Right. We got a screamy little fella, and we're gonna give it screamy little tusks. Okay then, so we do that, we go find yellow and make it yellowish, because fun fact, color for teeth is off-white. How big are the tusks on this guy? How big are they? Tell me! Tell me! Dinosaur dentist, tell me your secrets. They're pretty big, honestly. Those tusks are like the size of the beak. I mean, compared to their tusks are small. This is a tiny little guy. And Neb is a spaceman RTS. Ooh, pretty neat, even if it's very hard. Those teeth are pretty large. Yeah, they are. They are large. Just behind the beak. Like so. They're not curved. They're pretty straight. I don't always like having stuff like going like Gah! In like my drawings, but like, you know what? In this case, it is warranted. Right, we need to make the inside of the mouth kind of pinky colored. Let's make it like so. Oh dear, threshold too much. Too much. And what the hell? Oh wow, threshold is way too much. Alright. G. Radial, please. Nostrils look to be on the snoot. On the snoot they are. Really only would see one nostril, and this eyeball, which is pretty big, is gonna be over here, and it's looking at you like, oh my god! Ah! Soulless black eyes. Whoop! Hey, thank you, iMashie. Are you just spamming the hydrate button? Yum. Okay. Okay, then let's look at our reference actually. What does the eye of a muntjac deer look like? It just kind of looks black. All right. So we're just gonna put some black shinies on it. Okay, jolly good. So hardness. Oops. What is a tiny fella? Alright, let's look at a close-up of a deer's eye. Deer eye. I'm doing deer eye because it's like, oh, they just got... Alright, so they're not black, they just have massive pupils. Just very dark brown with sideways irises. I think this guy would... See, here's the thing. I like putting, like, horizontal pupils on, like, prey dinosaurs simply because I think it makes sense. So this is very dark brown. Like, very dark brown. And we're gonna do this. Probably some paleontologist is going to be like, oh, there's no evidence. There's no evidence for this. And I'm going to be like, come on, man. Come on, man. Don't be like that. I haven't... Whoop. I went full screen. And I panicked. Okay. Let's go here. I'm gonna try something with this eye. It's to go here. Has to be way the hell down. Problem is like this is gonna be messed up with lighting anyway, so I don't know, I'm just gonna do this. Yes, I give my dinosaurs eyeshadow, or the equivalent of. Gotta make them look fancy. Alright. That don't look right. That don't look right at all. Let's make it lighter. Problem is, if it's too brown, let's make it green, actually. Make it green. There is our nippy little friend. Nippy nippy. Nippy nippy tiny tiny. Okay then. We're doing good. Now we gotta think about integument, which is the fancy word for feathers, fur, scales, skin coverings. We can't have our dinosaur be naked. That would be rude. Alright, so I'm just for fun. Oh no. No. I drew on the wrong layer. I'm a silly boy and I must be punished. Okay. Drawing, you have to move over here, thank you. There we go. We've got our little guy going like, yeah, you scared me! Alright. Okay. Eyeballs, eyes. I do actually want to check quickly. Jugal horn below the... Oh, alright! It has a thing poking out. I need to reflect that. I need to remember that. Well, thank you, Imashi. Oh, all redeemed. Oh, you're keeping the streamer healthy. Well done. Whew, okay. I need to figure out the Jugelhorn. This, skeleton reference right here is... Oh no, don't tell me. Yeah, that's the eye socket, and there's a kind of horn thing. Wait a minute. Need to look at the rest of the skull. So let's go here. What does it mean, Jugelhorn? I need to look at its skull a bit more. Aha! Okay, I got it. Got it. Since I'm not actually, like, shading this, this could be interesting. This thing is starting to remind me, like, a lot of, like, a... It's like a tiny pig. Two-legged pig. Wait, what do pig's eyes look like? If this thing was running around very low and, like... Hold on, pig eye. Interesting, circular pupils. Yeah, pigs have circular... That looks disturbingly human. Look at this. Look at this. No. No. That looks like... Okay, it doesn't look quite human, but, like, that's, like, interesting. Maybe a circular pupil would suit this creature better, because it's so low to the ground, it's not going to be seeing over stuff much. Pigs are way too close for humans for me, yeah. I'm your personal trainer, reminds me of Ben 10, Evil Cappy. Oh, boy. Okay, then, let's get rid of that. Alright, let's try a circular pupil. While we're here, while we're having fun. Actually, let's try a multicolored eye. Let's see what happens. You know what would be smarter than that? Is this. Actually, interesting thing about eye color is that they're not pure white either. So, we're gonna go here and go here. We're gonna make him very slightly yellowy. Very slightly. That's probably too yellow, but yeah, okay. Alright, we got our nasty little freak. Alright, now, integument. Let's do some reading. So, integ. Alright. Alright, so filament structures. Nimble two-legged porcupine is how one person described it. So yeah, we're gonna make this thing porcupine-y. Because a reminder, this thing was like... was bite-sized, so... it probably wouldn't have wanted to get eaten at any point. Alright, let's do... this... like so. The question is, do we want scales? We might actually just start with scales and then put like little filaments all over it. Because ornithischians, I think quills were very much their thing. Bloody hell, why would... Alright. Right, which means we could look up a porcupine as reference. I think, actually, we're going to make this thing... we're going to give it muntjac colors. So before we hit it with the scales, we do need to do some lovely counter shading, which is the best thing ever. So we go here, maximum softness, size. So, actually, hold on, let's do this. Gonna need to fix that, gonna need to fix that, gonna need to fix that, yes I am indeed. I'm now reminded about why I don't do that outlining thing anymore. It's because it actually makes more work for me later. Later, I say. Oh wow, that really makes it pop all of a sudden. Actually, let's give this thing spots like a deer, or maybe not. Alright. Let's see here. How to do this. And hardness is just going to be like so. And we're going to do... Okay, then we're gonna do. What are we gonna do here? Bold line right there. That actually is probably enough, really. So you know what we can do here? We're going to make this whole leg just slightly darker. Very slightly. Just enough so you can tell where the leg ends and the body begins. And brightness down like so. There we go. I like using color. I'm basically doing what I should have done to begin with. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Just a smidge over there. I'm just gonna do this. Do this as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, we're cooking. Oh, we're cooking. What are we cooking? I don't know. Probably dinosaur. Tastes like chicken. Nom 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 nom. Whoops. Let's just do brightness just a smidge. I hope this guy looks scared because, like, that's definitely what he should be. He'd be like, ah! Everything's out to eat me! Alright, so we're gonna pause there. I'm going to go brew another cuppa because I am a hopeless coffee addict. He's like... filaments... In filaments, I am gonna resist the urge to try and take shortcuts with this because... I know I've learned from experience that trying to take shortcuts with certain things just makes things take longer. So, we're going to have a little breaky break. This is an excellent opportunity to go get some water, snack through yourself. It'll be about more than 2 minutes. The ads will run for 2 minutes. But I'm going to vanish now. You can't see me. I'm John Cena. And I'll be back presently. Please survive the ads. I don't want the ads to kill you. Don't let them. Don't let capitalism kill you. See you soon. And just in that brief moment away from my computer, I got cold. Grr! Don't care for that. Don't care for that one bit. Okay. Okay. We are back. We are back and better than ever. See? There's me. I'm back. Hello again, otherwise. Hello, everybody. It's been so long. I missed you so much. Alright, it's bristle time. But first, sip the coffee. Ah, delicious coffee. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Also, is that the color I want? I think it is. I think just brown suits this little guy. I'm gonna make the bristles this color. And I think a reverse taper would actually work with this really well. So if we do this... yeah! Interesting, that doesn't work. Right, so... laments... You know what would work really well is if I do this. Wait, what happens if I do this? How big is that? Oh, that's what happens. Alright. Dynamics off. That looks not realistic enough. So I think, yeah, what we're gonna do is... So one of the great things about GIF is that you can make custom brushes on the fly. Let's put you over there, and put you over there. Actually, hold on. Let's do this. And this. A little bit of this. Oops, right. Right. What is a wisdom? A wisdom is, shortcuts are great, but there is a point in which, you must realize that a shortcut is not actually saving you any time whatsoever. So a classic case is that is, back in the day when I made, alright, how bristly should this thing be? A classic case back in the day is probably what I'm doing right now when I'm trying to shortcut drawing bristles on this guy. And let's see, hold on. Angle shortcut, hold on. Hold on, I just realized something. Alright. GIMP. Angle change. Shortcut. Shift R. Brush. Keyboard shortcut. Do. Okay, that's not helpful. Thank you for nothing, internet. Whoop! Thank you, I'm actually. True. Thanks. Oh, hello. Oh, that's the wisdom. Oh, and hello, Black and White. Wow, I didn't even realize it was a first-time chatter who redeemed that. Wow. Thank you. And you're welcome. Shortcuts are great, but only if they work. If they don't work, it's like, oops. Alright, let's just go a little bit nutty here. Let's see here. Track direction. So if I do this, that's not what I want at all. So if we rotate this over here, do that. Oops. Do this. That's not what we want. Alright, so we want it to go like so. So if I try it this way, nope. Okay, we want it to be upside down. Interesting. I'm figuring out how GIMP thinks about things like this. Aha! Aha ha 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 ha. Okay, nope, we're gonna do what we did before. This is the point where you're like, nope, shortcut no worky. Shortcut no worky, do something that worky. And I think actually what we're gonna do, we're gonna draw little bristles all over this guy, and then we're going to sharpen them. Good news, this is actually easier than feathers. Alright, and we're just gonna do the bristles. Leave the arms free for grabbing things. This is a nasty little fella. This is a nasty little fella, and I love him. Little prickly pear of a dinosaur. Right. Bristle, bristle. Bristle, 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 bristle. I'm gonna have to sharpen all of these bristles. Bristles. Gonna have to sharpen all of these bristles. Bristles. Looks like the nasty toilet brush of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Bristles, bristles, bristles. Bristles, bristles, bristles. Bristles. Wow! Bristles went off the edge of the map. Off the edge of the map. Okay. Right, we're gonna move this along a little bit. Over here. Okay. And filaments 2. Whoops. That should do the trick. That should do the trick. Any floaty bristles? Oh no, there's multiple floaty bristles. This simply will not do. Perfect. We have managed to wrangle the floaty bristles. Alright. Don't you hate it when your bristles are floaty? It's very unfortunate. Right, you know what else is unfortunate? I am resigned myself to sharpening all of these little bristles, so they actually look like bristles. Did I stretch already? I don't remember. I got that streamer brain. Alright, so sharpen. Oops. Alright, so filaments. Sharpen. Gimp Chad's Rise. Hello, local clownfish. Welcome to the stream. We are streaming with Gimp. Whoops. For anyone who's new here, my other streams are From the Depths, and we're currently playing through Planescape Torment in the stream slot just ahead of this one, so it's a good time. Weekly Gimp, though. Nothing beats a weekly Gimp. Except a strongly Gimp. Oh, damn it. Boy. Alright, so you know what? I'm just gonna friggin... Right, I'm just gonna save myself some time. I'm gonna do one layer at a time. To sharpen the thing. Oh, that's easier. You sharpen the underside. Sharpen the underside of the bristles. Maybe the other side as well. Nasty little critter we've made here. Nasty! Nasty little Heterodontosaurus. Gimp rules. Hello, E-Scissorhands. I do like Gimp. Like, here's the thing. I've only ever watched one video discussing, like, and comparing, contrasting free editing... Image editing software. But Gimp was ranked low. However, it has advantages. One of which is, I don't know. It's called Gimp, and that is funny. Even what it stands for is funny. GNU Image Manipulation Software. Got to sharpen our little fella. How is this looking? That's looking good, actually. This is a nasty little dino. Nasty little freak. Little early prototype dinosaur, early Jurassic. One with a skin that says, "Nyah, I want to eat meat too sometimes, occasionally." Probably not that often, to be perfectly honest with you. Open source is cool. Open source and free, that is nice. Absolute creature. It's not the only, I guess open source is its advantage. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can literally, like, program extra stuff into this. Which I guess is extra incentive for me to A, keep using GIMP, and B, learn to program. By the way, I am very, very slowly trying to at least wrap my mind around programming. It's hard, it's not intuitive for me at all. For some reason, like, I don't know. Like, even Python at the moment is like, I don't understand. And I'm not, this is not sponsored by Brilliant.org, but that is what I'm currently using, because I've tried other methods and it didn't work very well. Yep, and thank you, Amashi. That's a backronym. The software is named after the GIMP guy from the Pulp Fiction movie. Really? Just closed GIMP after finishing some stuff and thought, let's check out Twitch, and bam, there you are working in GIMP. Yes, here I am. Drink water, my man. Don't tell me what to do, but thank you. I'm now gonna drink coffee. Oh, yum. And now I'm too warm again. I think my chair is actually a bizarrely good insulator, because, like, it just kind of vacuum seals to my back. And then just... There's no more cold. There's no more cold behind me. The cold days are behind me, the warm days are in front of me, and also on my butt. Eee. Oh yeah, so E-Scissorhands, like, you work with, if you use GIMP, have you got any tips for me? Because as it turns out, I've learned a lot about using GIMP since I started doing these dinosaur art streams. Anything you know how to do in GIMP that you, like, would absolutely recommend? I don't know. Preferably something I'm not doing right now. Random thought. Ooh, random thought I had while making coffee. Make Dino walk in FTD when I need a break from ships. Good idea. Man, from the depths. In case anyone watching doesn't know, which I feel is unlikely, 3D modeling software disguised as a shipbuilding game is probably the best way to describe that damn thing. And yeah, that is an art program, actually, in itself. Yep. You just counter the water. Yep. I drink water, then I drink coffee, and then coffee is a diuretic, so I pee the water, so I need to drink more water, and then I drink more coffee. The circle of life. That wasn't jarring with the music at all. Definitely not. Actually, just checking the bristliness of this fella on the Wikipedia. Where are you? You know what? I could make it far more bristly, you know? I could make it way, way more bristly. In fact, I might have to start the bristles over. Ooh, I have an idea. I have an idea. Yes, I'm going to impulse this idea. Save the game. Playing too many video games. We have a nice dotty thing here. Where is it? Am I blind? Where is it? Alright. Not what I wanted, alright. This? That is what I wanted. Right, I have an idea. So if we do that... Oh wow, track direction. I didn't realize that was still on. Oops. Oops. Dynamic off. And then if we do that... Actually, hold on a minute. So if we do this, like, and then this, and then that, and then this, and then that, If that's our brush... Oops, what the hell is happening? What did I do? What did I do? What have I done? And spacing is 0. Size is lower. That looks pretty bristly. Bristly, bristly, indeed. Oh, yeah. Gonna have to do that from the rear of the thing, though. I need to somehow... Hold on. What happens if we do tapering? Nope, that's bad. That is bad. Dynamics off, please. Where is it? There's it. Alright. If we do... Hardness, what if we lower the opacity? What does that look like? That looks terrible. Oh yes, bristly bristles. If he really is. Actually, the diuretic effect on the average cup of coffee is less than the water content you get. So you can theoretically drink just coffee, and Paramedic proved it's not a theory. Well then, you would, it'd be an interesting conversation between you and my girlfriend, who is a doctor, so... boy. Also, Paramedic's built different. But yeah, like, wow, you're Paramedic. Nice one. Nice one indeed. Thank you for doing stuff that involves, making people less dead than they would be. This looks, unfortunately, a lot like spaghetti noodles. And I don't want to do that. Alright, so... Yep. Generally less dead is more, but yeah, we want people to be less dead. Because people who are less dead can contribute more to the economy or to a glorious communist nation, depending on what country you live in. Okay. Or both. I kind of like this, like... let's look here. Needs to be more bristly. How do we make this more bristly? I think what we do here... Bigger? I think what we do is this. We're experimenting with the brush a little bit. But I think what we need is something like this. So we're gonna go here. One. The darker 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And 0 spacing. And size is minimal. That's better. That's more bristly. That is more bristly, I think. I'm gonna start from the top and the back. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Bristles! Lots of bristles. Bristly friend, bristly friend, bristly friend, bristly friend, bristly friend. They live with a lot of caffeine, they need caffeine, yep. That's what you'd think most times, yeah. These are bristly bristles, yes, 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 yes. This trick right here, where you can... I'm not sure if other art programs have that, where literally the little image you copy-pasted is essentially, can be made into a custom brush on the fly. But ye gods, that's like a really good feature that GIMP has. I'm just going to layer, match to image size, thank you. I need more room for bristles. More room for bristles. And actually I'm just gonna do this, bristly bristles, bristly bristles. I messed up the bristles. I messed it up. Extra long bristles on the head. Extra long. Beautiful, beautiful. Might have to do something about the skin color here, which is going to be awkward because there's like a soft transition between the undershading, but that's okay. We'll change the hue. Raise the hue and cry. Look at this bristly bastard. Look how bristly he is. Oh, I'm loving this. Look at this. Bristly fella. Bristly, I tell you. And I just remembered I need to work from the back, not the front, because that's how bristles work. Small bristles over there. Whee! Hee bristles, 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 bristles. Bristles, 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 bristles. Whoops, I gotta be careful. Gotta be careful not to bristle wrong. That would be bad. That would be very, very bad. I'm so sorely tempted to put like scales underneath these bristles, but somehow I don't think that would actually work well. How's it look? Oh, that's a bristly fella. Oh, that's a bristly fella. Bristly, 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 bristly. He could rust off an old car. Nice mohawk. Maybe make it red or green and give him some piercings. Yeah. Alright, I'm warming up to this guy. It is very satisfying to, like, do paleo art and, like, draw from, like, you know, a skeleton and just you see kind of the thing come to life in front of you, so to speak. I really also hope that I managed to nail the whole... You surprise this little guy and he is, like, doing a scream at you. He's like, ah! Look at my teeth! I bite! Yay, bristles, bristles. Bristles, 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 bristles. Oh wow, I stuffed these up a little bit. It's okay, I unstuffed the bristles. Jeez. Look at this psychotic little guy. Ah! We're not really doing much of the reference of the pecoraro or the muntjac right now, are we? No, we are not. Hell yeah. Yes, yes, yes! We're gonna be... Whoopsie daisy. Can't be sloppy on the mouse. Can't be sloppy on the mouse at all. Also, you probably can hear this, but I'm drawing this with a mouse. I kind of forgot drawing tablets were a thing. And I'm so used to the mouse by now that, like, it's gonna be a real pain for me to, like, try a drawing tablet again. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone could tell. Like, everyone could tell this. I like to think my elite gamer skills are helping me draw better with GIMP and the mouse, but, not so sure of that, honestly. Okay, I want the underside to not be so bristly. So we're just gonna do that. Okay, I think the bristles would look even better to use two similar but slightly different tones to get more definition. That's kind of what I've done. That is kind of what I've done. I might up the contrast of these bristles once I've done drawing them, and you'll see it'll pop up a little bit more, yeah. My drawing tablet is unused too. I mean, I have a Wacom right here, or the Wacom as I like to call them. And I really should pull that out again, but I think it'll be after all this dinosaur drawing I'm doing. So that's going to take a long time. What I'm saying is it's going to be a long time unless I badly need a break from the dino project. Right, we're going to bristle the leg a bit. We're going to bristle, whoopsie daisy. I bristled the leg, I bristled the leg. Bristle this leg just a little bit. There we go. Whoops. Oops. Oops. Bristle that leg better. There we go. I have the Wacom Intuos Pro M. I don't even remember what kind of Wacom I have. It's Wacom something. I feel it'll look good to have a fade in the bristles with a slight bright highlight on the top ones to get basic shading. Don't worry. I have... Well, here's the thing about shading. I'm not doing shading with these drawings because these are technically draft drawings, and I will add shading to them in numerous cunning ways when I actually put these dinosaurs in the environment they're going to be sitting in, which is going to be a whole other, like, barrel of monkeys, so to speak. So yeah, these are... We're not really doing shading at the moment. Because, like, yeah, like, you know, I need to know what direction the light is actually coming from in order to do proper shading. Right now, I don't know. It's why the eye threw me for a loop. Alright. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Alright. Bristly, bristly, bristly. Bristly, 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 bristly. I'm gonna give this little guy horrible pants. Horrible, horrible pants. Hey, I have not smudged anything this stream, and that is fantastic. Bristly fella, bristly fella, bristly fella. Actually... Ooh, alright. Gonna need to be careful with the bristles here. There we go. That is why we are careful with the bristles there. Yes, yes. Hi, Mashy. Maybe give him a fanny pack. Yeah. No. That would be silly. Also, let me know if those little event thingies are like too loud. Because goodness knows I get jump scared by them. I've already turned them down. That's like at 50%. But like, it can go way, way louder. Right, we have bristled this guy magnificently. We're gonna need some smaller bristles though. It's about half-size bristles. Over here, just around here. Maybe not. Maybe it doesn't need those. Nah, it doesn't need them. And I'm not just saying that because my little improvised custom bristle brush here is probably not good at doing that. What the? Hello? Oh no, that's not what we wanted. Bristly, 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 bristly. This is the most friggin' toilet brush coated dinosaur I've ever done, and it's about the size of a toilet brush as well. They're glad they went extinct long before toilets were invented, otherwise people would be using them for that. They would be. Okay then. Okay, then. I'm gonna hydrate, but not with water. Yum! Coffee tastes like coffee. Coffee tastes like coffee. You'll never guess what it tastes like. It tastes like freaking coffee. Here's the thing about these Sunday drawing streams. I stream 4 times a week. So by the time I get to the drawing stream, I am emotionally and mentally dead. And then I get revived during the drawing stream because I'm just having fun putting bristles on our little toilet brush dinosaur. Alright, we gotta figure out what this guy's bristles here do. These bristles do things. I just felt like doing that. Yay! Bristles, bristles, bristles. Bristles, bristles, bristles. Little bit of bristles. What the? Right, back to here. Magic number 33. Helps to... Oh no, and spacing 0. There we go. We found our bristle brush again. Our magnificent bristle brush. We somehow need to make this. Hold on. While I'm here, I need to do this, and I need to do... Nope. Something like that. Okay. And here is we have the tiny bristles. Did we just make a neckbeard dinosaur? I think we might have. Oh, look. Damn, I like this little porcupine fella. Look at him. Look at him! He looks like... No, he's dehydrating. Coffee hydration. Drider-wise. Oh, wait, what the hell? Dessert-wise. That's a full body... Yeah, this dude looks like... You disturbed him while he was, like, working on cryptocurrency or something. Oh, boy. Crypto bros are fun to make fun of. Crypto bros are fun to make fun of. They are fun to make fun of. Don't you hate it when you have stubble on your legs? Oh, perfect. Oh, hell yeah. Edges, like so. Bits of this on the underbelly, which thankfully... There we go. That doesn't appear to... Yay! Yay, yay, yay! Change the angle, and it's all lovely. Wait, I think I've forgotten a toe. I did forget a toe. Whoops! Forgot a whole ass toe. That's embarrassing. I was wondering why this back foot was looking weird. Hell yeah. Alright, we're gonna need to change the hue of the skin to match the bristles better, I feel. Or not. What are we thinking, folks? Chord map would be nice. Static mapper with current. The hell do you do hologram maps? Oh, that's difficult. Alright, maps in some chimera use an image. You have to copy the link by spawning them on your team. Okay, now let us figure out how to do like little highlights. How do we do highlights here? I think what we can do is that, and then we can do opacity there, size, softness like so. Not what we want. Okay. Definitely not what we want. We could... Whoops. Uh-oh. Whoops. Okay, then. I think having little pointy highlights for this is actually going to be kind of difficult. Let's see. What happens? Alright, I do want to make... What do I want to do here? I want to up the contrast of this. Alright, hue, saturation. We're going to change the hue. That red, we're going to make more... That did nothing. Okay. Let's see. Because the filaments are kind of... What color are these? Let's see on the color wheel. Where are they? They're kind of blue. So we need to make... we need to... What do we need to do? If we do this, drop the brightness a lot, but up the... Oh, God. No. Oh, wow. I kind of liked... Damn, that's nightmare fuel. Let's not do that. Alright, so brightness by a lot, but contrast by a lot. Ew, no. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. So go here, Shift O, do that. But we're going to up the threshold considerably more. And that's going to mess with the eyes, probably. And then we're going to hue. No. Not happy with the color here. Maybe, hold on. Let's make it more Hickory colored. Oh, hello. Alright, let's go this. Threshold a little bit more. Do this. Nope. Boy, alright, let's just do the whole image, because that'll be easier. Alright. Sounds painful, I'm not going to do that. Nice! Okay, let's keep messing around with the hue and saturation. Oh gods, we are... Oh no, the bristles took a long time. So we do... If we Oh, we could just desaturate it, and then we'll just do the eye again. What does that look like? Too desaturated. Let's not do that. Let's shift the hue to a more blue. Where the blue? The blue is here. Turn the saturation down a bit. Okay then. What color is that? It's kind of purpley. We don't want that. Don't want that. know what I might do? I might do this, like so. I might just hue saturation, a little bit less saturated. Just a little bit. How to change this color in a way that won't take a trillion years. Add a layer on top, set it to multiplication mode, then use a black or white brush to highlight the bristles. Multiplication mode? What the hell is multiplication mode? To highlight the bristles. Okay, so we're not... Right, so we got there. Let's try that. Let's learn things while we're here. So... How do you... What is then use a black or white brush. Okay, so there's our black brush. Multiplication mode. What is that? So... I've never heard of that. I'm gonna Google that just while we're here. Okay. Multiplies the pixel layers of the upper layer with those of the layer below and then divides the result by 2. Okay, so... This is, what is this? How do you do that? Is the question. Okay, how to multiply in GIMP. Not a freaking... How do you do that? Right click on the layer and edit its attributes. Okay. Okay, so edit layer attributes. Okay then. This does not appear to... I don't see multiply. What does that mean? What does that mean? Mode? Oh, right. Oh, this seems to be where I want to be, right? No. Edit its attributes. There we go. What does that do? That did not appear to do anything at all. Are we sure that's what we did? Okay, so multiply and wait, legacy? What does that do? Literally nothing. Okay. Huh? That doesn't appear to be doing anything, Scissorhands. Doesn't appear to be doing anything whatsoever. Blend space, RGB, composite space. Okay. Alright, so... Yep, nope, that does not appear to be doing anything whatsoever. Like, literally nothing. Her. I want to just check in here, like, just reading the dynamics. If there's, like, a gradient you could do with a brush. Nope. Change the opacity. Oh. The white brush doesn't appear to do anything. Nope. Or change the opacity of the brush or the layer. You gotta realize that, this does not appear to be working the way... This does not appear to be... What the... Brush. Opacity of the brush. Nope. Okay. I need to get rid of that, I think. Hold on. So we get rid of that. It still does that. Still does that. Set it to white to make it lighter. That literally does nothing. This literally does nothing if I set it to white. Alright, I am going to... You've selected black, which makes it darker. What? Oh, what? That still does nothing. Do we use the same version of GIMP? Okay, alright, that does it. This is one of those shortcuts. Okay, I just want to fix the color of this thing. So let's go here. Make this lighter. Like so. And like so. Actually, hold on. Nope, not what I wanted. Not what I wanted at all. Jeez. That's not my expertise. Yeah, that does nothing. That's not my expertise. It's okay. I appreciate the effort. That's the thing. Art programs are always like this. How to, like, here's the thing. I have just completely changed the color of stuff before in GIMP, but I seem to have a problem with this fella. Just nothing seems to work. What happens if... Hold on, let's do this. Turn the threshold way down. Oh wait, we could gradient this. Okay, there, we did it. Yay, we did it! Hooray! Alright, now the real magic happens. Alright. Turn that off, and same thing again. Is this thing, and slightly, what do I want to do? Somewhat desaturated, I think. And brace yourself, here comes the smudging. It's finally happened. Although I kind of like that sharp change. But I think, yeah, some smudging. Some smudging will do some good here, yes. There we go. Smudge, smudge, smudge. Oh, my phone is going brrrt. I'm gonna have to figure out, like, again, the way I use GIMP is almost but not quite like just old school, like, digital painting before, like, we had, like, flashy tricks, so to speak. So yeah, the order in which I do things is kind of important, unfortunately. It's hard to go back and redo stuff. But, like, we're already running over time for this stream. How did this take so bloody long? It's because I tried to do shortcuts. My hubris has happened again. Does nothing for the skin. You can select the skin with the magic wand and use one of the texture brushes to paint on a nice blue tone. True, I could do that. That is what I do for scales generally, and I think I am going to be a lazy man and, like, do scales on this little fella. Okay, jolly good. Alright, it's crunch time. Alright, we need the scale brush. Where is it? Here it is. And if we do that... Oh wow, we could just do that. I generally prefer to do that, though. What happens if we use our... Alright, we need to make that much darker. What happens if we use a dark blue color? It's actually pretty good. So let's get rid of the filaments because we're just going to do this. This is where it all comes together. We actually need to... Whoops! Get rid of that. More spacing around. 70 does the trick. Maybe a little less spacing than that. 65, how's that look? That looks good. Right, the scales tend to be the quick, nasty bit of this. There we go. Maybe use a bit bigger spacing, yeah. For more interesting results when smudging. Yep, I know that too. We figured out last time the feathers. That awkward moment when the streamer knows the trick but just isn't using it right now. So you have to tell them. You have to remind them that the thing is there. Okay, then. I actually think a bit less spacing could work better here. Also, this is just very token. What I'm doing here. Right, I just want this guy done. Wow, this, I cannot believe how long this guy took. It's because I was experimenting. I was doing science. Did you know? Could actually set the opacity down a bit, I think. Yep, no, there's weird patches there. Bit bigger spacing. Yeah, no, bigger spacing actually makes them... Do you like the suggestion to use a more blue color? Yes. Yes. Actually, also, you know what I should do? Is set to... Way too late to actually do it. Track direction would probably be good here. Because then... Actually, no. Turn that off. Turn that off. Dynamics, they're a trap, unless you know exactly what you're doing. Which I don't. I could also make this... It just occurred to me. Alright, never mind. Yeah, never mind. We're committed. Most of this is... Almost all of this is going to be covered by bristles anyway, so there's no panic. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. It's not allowed. Oh, boy. Watch me have to redraw this entire bloody thing some point in the future. We're done. We're done. We simply must be done. Oh boy. Okay then. And what do we do? Layer to image size and size comparison. It is time. Delete that layer. And so we're going to... Nope. Wow, that's horrifying. Okay, that's size comparison. And now we need to roughly We need to roughly match this skeleton. No. What have I done? Okay, this is going to be difficult. Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. You know what? I could just... Wow, that skeleton is shrink-wrapped as hell. Deacon's Christmas, okay. Bigger, damn you. Bigger! Thank you. We are barely gonna be able to see the person here. Did I stuff up the proportions of this? I don't think so. I was working directly off a mounted skeleton. So if we match the hips there. Shrink a bit. Interesting. That's about right. Now we're gonna move up. No. It's just feet. It's just feet. Also, I just realized you get rid of that. And drawing. And filaments. Alright, that's all very... Oh, no. No! Why? Balls. Okay. Okay, then. Hard? Okay. Okay. What the hell? I'm on the correct layer. What? What is happening? Whoa! Hey, Flo! Welcome, welcome. You're just in time. Well, you're in time for Ready for Africa. If anyone doesn't know, I am Borderwise. I remembered my own username. We're doing the Sunday art stream. Oh god, okay. We're doing the Sunday art stream. We're doing the Sunday art stream. We are wrestling with this horrible little dinosaur man. Elements. We're tidying this up to make it presentable. And no, your eyes do not fool you. This is a very little guy. This is the littlest of little guys. These are just feet. I think with reference, we're gonna need to... Woo! Thank you, Saliner. Hey, Froggy Raid indeed. Hello, Floather. Hello, Killer Yellow. So many frogs everywhere. Ribbit indeed. Alright, so... Heterodontosaurus is the guy we've just drawn because it's got heterodont teeth. I just realized I could do a lot more work on the mouth there. This is a nasty little fella. Basically imagine a muntjac deer combined with a porcupine and a pig, but make it really small and irritable. And that's basically what I've imagined here. So let's put the... Where can we put this reference so we can actually see it? I don't know. We'll just shrink all the reference. Actually, I barely used... Okay, I did use a little bit of reference and just shrink all that reference. So I remember what I've done. The reference is now small. Yeah, wow, that is a tiny little fella. Teeny tiny. Teeny tiny, itsy bitsy. We're gonna need to do a fast Ready for Africa. I love him. Great. What did you guys get up to? Were you streaming art earlier? Yes, art. I need to go watch the friggin' VODs of Flothar. I'm never there for live. Grr. Grr, I say. Okay, let's go. Whoops, let's go here. Also, I need to get into the habit of just, like, having Twitch on in the background, because I keep going to YouTube for my background noise? Background noise. And that simply will not do. There we go. Alright, we need a Ready for Africa. I know exactly what to do with this Ready for Africa. I'm gonna take a big fat risk, and I'm gonna merge a lot of layers down. Because I think I'm frickin' done with this. Drawing. Ready for Africa time. It's Ready for Africa time. Because once again, I just need to be... Alright, this guy does not look ready for Africa. So we need to illustrate that somehow. Very African. That's not what I wanted. African forest. Night. So here's the problem with, like, looking for images of African forest at night. It's really dark and you can't see what's happening. I think I'm just gonna go with African forest, because I simply must. This guy can fit inside a hat, yep. Some say he can be a hat. Twitch background noise is much better, more fresh straight from the oven, I'd say. Went through some old art stuff. Gouache painting, I don't even know what this is. Lumbers is the little guys. Thanks, man, I feel better about being short. Here's the thing. I think, speaking as someone who is about 182 centimeters tall or 6 foot, society sometimes overstates how good it is to be tall, because there's a lot of advantages to being small. You need less food, less wear and tear on your joints, you live longer just because your heart doesn't have to work as hard to pump blood around your big ass body, and I know, also people aren't scared of you. Like, there are some people who are just really big, and people are nervous around them just because of how massive they are. Which is sad. It's not nice for people to be scared of you. I somehow remember a cartoon scene where a guy is wearing a live raccoon as his hat. You hit your head less? Yes, exactly. Comes from a tube, usually. Gosh, is opaque watercolor. You can put light over dark. Oh yeah. I need to shout out Flothar, because Flothar does traditional media, not the GIMP horrors I do. So, shout out Flothar. I believe I've done that correctly. Probably need to capitalize that. Yay! Follow them. You should. Okay. Ready for Africa. African forest. This little dude screaming in the African forest. Alright, we can cheat here. Oh, that's actually a very nice image. Alright, we found it. We found it. We found it. Right, this is going to be a very quick Ready for Africa. And we need to hide the Bofers somewhere. I don't know where we're going to hide the Bofers. He's just going to... Our little guy is just going to be in the foliage going like... Alright, so we got that, and we got Dino. Boofers. And we got text. Alright, so Dino first. And so Dino is going to be oh so small. Gonna be down there in the shrubbery. Probably still overstated. Wow, we can't see him. He needs to be over there. Alright, so we need to wildly, artificially up the brightness and contrast of our little friend here. So, brightness and contrast. Looks almost rodent-like at this scale, honestly. Cancel. I'm gonna be standing on the log right there. You can't see him. This plan is not working as well as I thought it would. This guy is ironically kind of well camouflaged. Both is hidden between the bristles. Heck, I knew I forgot something when I got raided today. Yep. One of the bristles is actually a Bofus barrel. Yet the cat, like, seriously, if you, like... If he was, like, over there and, like, even smaller, you would not see him. Like, in fact, it's his counter shading that's giving him away right now. And that's only because the shading's not correct. Alright, so let's just... How are we gonna do this? I think just here. Right, so here. Good, and contrast. There we go. And we are going to, what are we going to do here? He's in the sunlight. Actually looks pretty decent. It's like... Alright. And we're gonna have a Bofors hiding behind this tree. Alright, give me a second. I gotta go find the Bofors. Bofors! Where are you? Bofors! Bofors, Bofors, Bofors. Boofers, Boofers, Boofers. Alright, with detailed shading, he'd be even harder to spot. Which makes sense, because, like, again, this is a very little guy. The littlest of little guys. And here we're gonna have... See, we could have a massive Bofors just... here. What if we did that? What if we kissed under the Bofors? Alright, let's do... I don't want to flip that, actually. So if we did that... and then erase stuff. Like that. No, we're gonna do the small bow first. Small bow first. Small bowfers it is. Small bowfers being sneaky. Hold on. Too sneaky. Too sneaky. There we go. And that is tangenting. We don't want that. Man, I hope anyone can see here, because I barely can. We got two little guys hiding in the forest. Two little guys. Alright, let's go here. Brightness, contrast, brightness down by a lot. Oops. There we go. That is a very small dinosaur, jeez. Alright. Alright, let's go here. This is not my best ready for Africa. I do have to say. Let's not do that. Let's do this instead, like so. Text highlight. Whoops. Little guy certainly acts ready. Yep. Okay then. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Get rid of that for a second. Go here. Yay! 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 You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna add... We can add an extra gradient to make our friend here... Oh, wait, that's what's messy, is that it needs a shadow. It needs a shadow. Dino shadow, and I know exactly how to do that. This is the shadow cheat trick. You can also do this with reflections. Okay, then. Except it's not going to be like that, is it? Nope, it's not going to be like that at all. Does that do anything? Kinda does something. You know, I think it'd be funny if the text is not even... Little dinosaur is not happy about being time traveled. Actually, no. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. What the hell? Why is that? Interesting. That is not black. Why did it do that? Interesting. Oh, wait. No. Nope, I don't know what I've done. Don't know what I've done there, but I've stuffed up my invert. Alright. What the... Oh! Okay, then. What the hell? What have I done? Interesting. Interesting. I'm learning more about GIMP every day, it seems. No, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Right, I am not functioning well. Not functioning well. And I'm gonna go here. Right, I've spent way too long on damn near everything this stream. Today was one of those streams where I wasn't even that ambitious, and it just took a million years. Okay then. There we go. Okay, I need to go lie down. Right. Right there. Ready for Africa? Okay, I'm kind of endeared to this now. Alright, let us save that as a Ready for Africa, because we need to. Heterodontosaurus. Ready for Africa. Jolly good. Alright, let's survey what we've done. We haven't done much. We've managed to make this little guy, this bristly little menace. That's good practice for later dinosaurs, actually, I do have to say. Aha! Dino's neck ended up being a bit short with the perspective. Okay, let's look at driver's art now. All the way down to the bottom. Long-ass Google document. Hell yeah. Ooh. I remember this. Look at this. Oops. Right, so today we got, what do we got? Some sci-fi stuff, some car, a dragon, of course. A really damn small. That's even smaller than the real one. And very short neck. I think I also made the neck too short, honestly. Oh well. And past triumphs right there. Nice one. Nice one, driver. Okay, who's streaming right now? No one's streaming that I know of. I'm too tired to go search for somebody. So, very rude of me to not raid someone when I have been raided today, but by gum. Let's see. Let's see, who... I'm just gonna share me VOD channel here. So, those of you who are new here, there's a VOD channel where all of these sit, so if you want more of this nonsense as background noise, here's where you go. I nearly said challenge. VOD challenge. VOD channel. You can see how much I've improved at making horrible little dino friends. And do like, follow, subscribe to absolutely damn near everything. Also wrote a book. I should probably share the book. Marketing is important. If you like fantasy novels, you'll like this because it is a fantasy novel and a good one. Book. Share it in chat. Watch the book, buy the VOD, read the Patreon. Exactly. Exactly. Alright, all of you have a wonderful day. I need to go stare at the ceiling for a little bit, because, like, I've been staring at dinosaurs for too long. This horrible little friend I've made. Okay, then. See you all next time. Farewell.